Good morning. It is Wednesday, July 3rd. I know, or not July 3rd. Geez, I'm way off. It is the 12th. Sorry, today is July 12th. Here's our beautiful rose bush. Let's see if we can get a better picture of the flowers. Look at all those. They are gorgeous. They have been growing like crazy because it has been raining. And we get like a day of blasting heat, and then it rains for a week again. Okay, so we still have our mojito mint here. It has grown exponentially since I picked it up at the store. It was just one tall branch. Now there's 3 tall branches. This peppermint is spreading, as we can see here. This is a runner going across here. Oh, actually it's down there. And let's see if we can focus, but there is some roots starting. You can see the little white bits. Now this was taller and fluffier when we first got it, but it is spreading. Same thing like this coming over here is going to eventually get some roots down there. And then we discovered this beautiful runner going all the way over there. So there are little peppermint buds coming up all the way down. We are still waiting on the lilies to start flowering, which if we look at this here, could be today. See all of these here. This is going to be so beautiful and colorful. And then next year we're going to move them. And then under here is still some green onions, which I think I'm just probably gonna have to chop them off completely. This side we have our beautiful peppers that are also getting taller and bushier. They're starting to resemble little trees. And they've got, get out of the way, you. Tons of little buds. There, buds all over there, here, these ones, and this little guy is full of buds. Rosemary's doing great. These are the peppers I started from seeds. They're not doing as great, but they're green and they're pretty, and I'm leaving them to grow. And of course, the thyme there. I'm sure we're going to need to replant that somewhere where it can spread. Maybe over in this corner. Okay, so these said onion on the package, like that one there. That's, and that. And none of them really look like onions. None of them really look like they're going to do anything anyway, so it's not going to matter. This here had beer in it. It doesn't anymore. I'm going to have to change that. And as we turn around here to our tomato jungle, that's the basil that never really did anything. It's getting eaten, but it's helping to keep the tomatoes from getting eaten. Now look at the beautiful stalk on this guy. Look how thick that is. And it's growing and growing. No flowers here. I'm willing to bet that'll start very soon on this one. This is still the same one. This is a different one. It's the newest growth on it. I'm sure there's going to be some flower. Oh, that might be a flower starting. So this is still the same tomato plant all the way over here. That's definitely going to be some flowers. Definitely some more flowers. This thing is almost 3 feet tall. It's a good look. Look at these trunks on them. Like, they're not stems, they're trunks. And these two here are a little thinner. These are the ones I started from seed. That looks like a flower. Looks like there might be some flowers starting soon. This one's another grocery store one. It's got lots of new growth on it. and what looks like flowers here and here and possibly here. It's a little hard to tell with all the dew. There's some more basil. And again, if they're eating the basil, whatever it is, they're not eating the tomatoes. This one's another store-bought seedling. Again, big giant trunk on these. Lots of growth. And these are more from the grocery store seedlings. This one's got some buds on it. Some of these grocery store seedlings are doing incredible now that we have them in the dirt and we've been fertilizing, and well, we haven't had to water. Look at all the buds on this one. But it is pretty much a tomato jungle. Go under here. Look at all that. Yes, they are definitely all too close together. We'll do better next year. And we also need to get some dirt up against them. This is spinach. It's doing okay-ish, I guess. And then the Boston lettuce. It's just exploding. Swiss chard has gotten huge. The size of these leaves. This is the Simpson lettuce. It's a kale bunch that I got at the grocery store. That's about a foot or more off the ground now. And this stuff is supposed to be kale too, but it does not look like kale to me. Again, we'll do better next year with spreading them out more. These are my what was romaine heads that I put in the dirt. They are flowering. It's going to seed possibly. And in the corner here we have the raspberry bush, which used to be nothing more than a raspberry twig. With not sure if those are actually going to ripen, but they're there. And there's gonna be more and more every year. And there's some more here. And we have, these are the sweet peas for flowers. Then this fence is almost completely covered now. Look at these, so many flowers. I have to put another string here to help hold them up. Let me see if I can find some pea pods. These ones were planted later, so they probably don't have any pea pods started. There's one, itty bitty one. There's another one down there. At this side, these are the older ones. So we have got peas, 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 peas. So many peas. They are all over. We've got all these gorgeous flowers coming up on here. Or this is the one single one for some reason, just grew up here by himself. Look at this one. This is my eye level. I'm about 5 feet tall. Okay. So many peas. Look at that. You can see 4 pods there. 5. So again, it's down to the ground. This is where we get to my eye level. We're still going. Go over here. Just look at all those peas. You don't like peas? Too bad. Getting them anyway. This one. Wow, this one's gotta be almost ready to harvest once it starts swelling up. Again, this is about my eye level. Get out the way this is our lovely baby. He's going up over the fence. This is a 6-foot fence. So if you want something to help cover your fence for privacy and give you food, the size of these things. Peas are the way to go. I'm sure there's other better crops you could use. However, let's take a step back here, get a full view of the fence. I mean, it's not privately shaded by any means yet, but had we done better with our spacing and timing, this would just be a wall of peas. Maybe next year. Okay, we went all the way down the peas. I showed you the raspberries. Don't think I have anything in the shed right now. No. Just a big mess. Oh. Mickey's having a baby. And then Mickey needs to go in a better pot. And then over here, I started some dill, some moss curled parsley. Oh, that's good. They're coming up. Yay! Didn't expect them to. And some big Italian parsley. This is supposed to be Greek oregano. Nothing yet. I think it got too wet. And these are our evening sunflowers. These are the ones that the flowers are supposed to come out like a red and orange. Let's see if I can find any that have what looks like a flower bud in them yet. No. I'm not seeing any yet that have a flower bud. What about this big guy? Not yet. That's okay. They were planted second. Okay. This is what was my tomato, or my cucumber seedlings. Those ones that were like leaves that big on them. And now I can't stop them from flowering. It's just constant. They're too small, I think, but I'll let them go and see what happens. And then I think next year I will be putting them in containers. Because the ones we had in containers last year did very, very well. Now, these are the ones that were seedlings from the store. That's one of them. There's the other ones. And again, these ones are doing very well. They are flowering like crazy. I've got a baby cucumber right here. Sorry, my aim with the camera is not great with my finger. Anything here, lots of flowers. Okay, there they are. 2 little cucumbers starting, possibly. There's more flowers and buds. We put these stakes here so they could start growing up, and then probably put some strings going over to the fence, and then they can go up the fence. This. Another cucumber starting here. All the flowers down there. Looks like there's another cucumber way down there. Then these ones. I'm just putting the back here. They're already leaning on the fence. I can't see the whole thing from the angle that I'm at, but this camera helps. Oh, look, another cucumber starting there. My lovely little owl. We moved over here because we couldn't see them behind the blueberry bushes anymore. It's our little corn patch, which is doing awesome. Is this a corn cob starting? So that's what it looks like to me. There's one over there too. And those are the ones that I just stuck in the ground for fun. It's growing up pretty good. And that one. And that one. And they're all doing pretty good. This looks like it might start, you know, that little corn cob looking thing. Look at these. These are my pumpkins. And these pumpkins I did not think we're gonna make it because they only had like 3 or 4 leaves on them weeks ago, and 2 of the leaves were like bright yellow and not looking good at all. So I was told, trim those leaves off, give them some fresh dirt and some more water. And that's what I did. And now, look at all the flower buds on there. All over. Same here, look at all the buds. So I'm not touching this anymore unless I see something bad on them. They are all growing like crazy. Lots of buds. Can't wait to see if they actually make pumpkins. Right now, this was my first crop of sunflowers that I put in. They are a little taller than the other ones, but they are starting to form their flowers. That one's probably going to open up in the next few days. That one's probably going to open up soon. And that one. And that one. This big guy. Almost, you can see the middle of the flower in there. This one's opening up. That one's going to be soon. That one. They're just going to explode. And the scarlet runner beans. They're doing okay. Looks like they're getting eaten by something now. You know, at the end of the day, it's okay. We'll do better next year. I'm gonna do less sunflowers next year. More veggies and fruit. These are blueberry plants. This certainly looks like we're gonna have some blueberries. They're just not ripe yet. The other 2 plants did not do anything. Again, that's okay, because it's their first year. They're just babies. And a faded flamingo, not faded flamingo. And now, look at all the red dots. Strawberries, strawberries, strawberries everywhere. All these. My friend and I have been coming out and getting probably about a handful every morning. It's our little breakfast snack. And they just keep coming, which is what we want. There's none in this one. There's a big berry way in the back there. Probably not going to be good to eat because it keeps touching the ground and other stuff. This one. So many berries everywhere. And that's an ant nest. Look at that. Freaking ants, man. I have to go get that borax mix. Okay, and then we've got that box. It's eventually going to get nailed up and made into a planter box. You'll notice over here there's only 2 of these left. We're not sure what they are. We just left them there for now. It could be strawberries, it might be something else. But what we did do is, remember that acorn squash and the zucchini that I had? 3 and 4 in each planter. Then I had a bunch of tomatoes. No, we outpotted them all. Down here is all the Jubilee tomatoes. They were in smaller pots. We just put them in bigger pots. We were going to put them in this size pots, but we ran out. And then we ran out of dirt. So we've got these 3 are acorn squash. These are all Jubilee tomatoes. These came out of the supposed climbing strawberry bag. I don't know. Same with that. Those 2 actually look like strawberries. They may or may not be. Then we've got, these are tomatoes. They're the same ones. There were seedlings over there that I put in. So I don't know what kind of tomatoes they are. We'll find out when they start making fruit. And then these 4 are Black Beauty zucchinis. Now, the rest of this is probably going to stay in pots. I'm gonna get some more bigger pots so we can up-pot them again. But we're honestly running out of ground to put stuff in. Like, we gotta dig up this whole section, all the way down here, all the way here. All of this is gonna be gone next year, hopefully. And that. So we're just gonna leave them in pots and then possibly go put them out on the patio deck for people to help themselves. Since we've got so many tomatoes, these I might put up on the raised planters in front of the building so that they can vine down. Same with the acorn squash. And hope for the best with those strawberries. We'll probably put them in the ground at the end of the season if they grow anymore. Don't think there's any lavender in there. I'm gonna dump that and start over next year. Just go buy an actual lavender plant. Alright, oh, I didn't show you. Look at this strawberry plant. This is the one my assistant put in a couple years back. Now we're getting some ripe strawberries. Gotta tell her to come have some before the animals get a hold of them. And this keeps happening. Like I say, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the last year we get out of this strawberry plant in particular. Possibly a few. Well, the ants are growing their nest in here too. This is disgusting. Alright, well, oh yeah, flowering green beans. So the green beans and the provider beans all mixed in there together. They're growing. They're flowering. Our little angel fairy is disappearing. This here was so full of ants and aphids, we just cut down the flowers. Hopefully they'll regrow. The roses over there, some of them are already losing their petals, but I think they're coming back. Ooh, some in that one. Looks really nice. And then I look back on some old videos, and what's back there comes out a nice light pink, as does this one, I believe. And this one's coming out a nice dark pink. And we've got our wildflowers here. Ta-da! See, Dollarama is hit or miss with their seeds. Sometimes we get great stuff. That's the lilies again. Hopefully they're flowering soon. Sometimes we get duds. This is all, again, the bulbs and wildflowers my friend put in. This is sage of some sort, I guess. It smells wonderful, whatever it is. We were told it was lavender, but then somebody else says, no, that's some kind of sage. My friend's Christmas tree. Looks like it's continuing to bud at the top there. It's lost quite a few branches down low. And the cat grass, which I have clipped down. I clipped down to like here last week. All right, that is it for my garden update today. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.